Hi guys, Larry here with Southwest Florida Holsters. This is a video update to my quilters rule cutting guide for Kydex. I've been using it for a while, and of course when you do that you find out the shortcomings. I had initially said to use double-sided tape on the back side of it to keep it from sliding out when you're making your cut, and that worked okay for a while, but it picks up dirt and dust and wears out in short order. So I've been experimenting with different things to put on the back of the guide to keep it from slipping. The first one I tried was a shelf liner. This is Easy Liner from Lowe's. The problem with this is it's 70 thousandths thickness. It's a little bit too thick. Very durable though. It doesn't pick up a lot of crap from the bench. And it has worked. It doesn't grab quite as much as I'd like sometimes, but I mean, it really works well. Anyway, I've been trying to find something thinner, and I came up with this one here, Wilson Ultra Wrap. I think it's either for racquetball handles or tennis racket handles. This has worked out really well. It's only 20 thousandths thickness. It's a rubber. The double-sided tape sticks to it very well, and that's been on this rule for a while, and I'm very happy with it. The only thing I would say about this is it maybe grips just a little bit too much. So when you try to slide around to make an adjustment, it's pretty grippy. But it does work, because I mean there's nothing worse than making a cut and not paying attention and have your cutting guide slip out on you and you make a nasty mistake. Last night I was at Lowe's. I take that back, it wasn't Lowe's, it was Walmart. And I came across rug tape. It's not double-sided carpet tape, it's rug tape to keep rugs from sliding on the floor if they don't have a rubber back on them. So it's got adhesive on one side, and this side is just a very nice texture. It's not like super grippy like the rubber, and yet it grips. It grips well. I have not tried it yet, but I have high hopes for it. And it seems durable. It's another option. And even if it didn't work for this, I think that this would be very handy to have on the shelf. It's expensive, relative I guess, and you get a lot of tape. If you don't have a lot of rugs that you want to keep from sliding, I mean, I think it was like $7-8 a roll. But it's very unique and cool stuff. So duck, it's not duct like duct tape. This is duck, quack quack. And I can't remember the actual name for it. It's rug tape. You'll see it. It's in right by the paint department in Walmart. Anyway, I'm going to give that a shot, but I'm happy with both of these rules, how they work. You just have to be concerned if you're making your aluminum edge that you compensate and allow enough space for whatever thickness material you're going to put on, because my original one was made for nothing, and when I put this on 70 thousandths, well, that made a lip almost nothing. So keep that in mind when you're setting your thing up. Okay, on to the next thing. I came up with another idea on the cutting mat. This is a 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch piece of angle. That's just double-sided taped to the back side or whatever side of your cutting mat. And this has worked out really, really sweet. Here, I'll turn it this way. It's an edge guide to keep things square. Let's say you take your piece of Kydex, slide it up, you know that you're on a square edge. You take your guide, set yourself up on whatever cut line you want to be on. You know you're square here. And if you're right-handed, I mean, it works well for both left-handed and right-handed. You kind of work the opposite way here if you're right-handed, because I like to cut like this. Slide up, stay tight on that, you're set. And oh, another thing, The reason why there's 3 strips on here, I mean, you can devise your own plan, but if you are, basically when I started out I only had a strip in the middle. Well, there were a lot of times when I was cutting where the middle wasn't on the Kydex. Well, then you're back to slip sliding all over the place. So I put 3 strips on it, and you can see they're a little bit smaller than the first one. You can do whatever you want, maybe 1/4-inch strips, so you can still visibly see through the guide. But this one's working well. And this new cutting mat edge is really nice. To do this, treat it like Kydex. Just take a straight edge and line up a little bit proud of where the line is so that you don't cut the line off. Slice her off and just bend it a couple times. It works just like Kydex. I think I've got the scrap here somewhere. Oh well. And then just I took the belt sander and I just crept up on the line real careful. And even if you go over a little bit, it's not going to matter, because what you want to do is you want to line up the edge guide and make sure that, oops, out of the frame, make sure that all of your graduations line up with an accurate rule. So the 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, etc. line up. And when you've got that set and you know you've ground enough, then just make sure that you reference whatever line on here to make it square, because I noticed that one edge of my cutting board was not truly square. So find a reference line on here to make sure that you're square on this line. Can't say enough about this. I really, really like this a lot. And let's touch a little bit on cutting mats. You have Olfa, Dritz, Fiskars, the 3 big ones that I know of. I've chose Fiskars. I mean, that's my favorite, and it's because Fiskars has graduation dots at 1/4-inch mark and all throughout the cutting mat, and Olfa and Dritz do not. So, and I mean, I like these. I use them a lot as reference points, and double-sided. The other mats are not double-sided. So you get quite a bit with the Fiskars. I don't care for the color, but other than that, they work sweet. Let's see, did I cover everything? I think so. I'm going to do another video on toaster oven selection. I gave a lot of thought and research before I got my toaster oven, and I still look at every toaster oven I see out there. And I'm just going to summarize right now, but my feelings are the best for the dollar is the GE, and I don't have the model number handy right now. I'll see if I can do an overlay in the video, but it's a GE. Got mine at Walmart, unfortunately. It's spacious. You can fit a full 12-inch sheet of Kydex in there, 12-inch square for that matter, and that was a prerequisite for me because I do some work that requires more room. And you have lots of vertical space, so it's easy to get your hands in and move around. It's not like you're cramped in a real tight space. I made some modifications with a cookie sheet for mine, so I have a cookie sheet that I can slide in and out. But that toaster oven has high regards from me. Another point on toaster oven selection, you have to make sure that the toaster oven, when it's in its convection mode or bake mode, that the upper element doesn't come on. If the upper element comes on, it really messes with the Kydex heating because it's just too close and too hot to the Kydex. In fact, I leave the broiler pan or whatever pan you call it at the bottom so that those elements the heat doesn't come straight up. It hits that little broiler pan, comes around the side, and it gradually heats the Kydex. The GE has worked really, really good. Temperature control all over the place. You have to use a thermometer just like all of them. But very good choice. I'm going to do a video that will show the GE. Oh, and another one, if money is not an object, I was at Target last night and I saw a Hamilton Beach that will take a 13 by 13 It has tons of space. You could do 3 sheets of Kydex at once if you have multiple people working. I mean, it's a sweet looking oven. 99 bucks though, so the $49 for the GE isn't too bad because it has 3 shelves in it. I'm working by myself, so I haven't done multiple sheets yet. I'm going to try two at once and see how that works. I think if you time it just right, turn the oven off, you'll be able to do 2. So anyway, that's just a little teaser. GE toaster oven and a Hamilton Beach at Target. And I'll try to put the information on the video at the end here. So anyway, till next time, stay safe.